Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or a welcome if you are new here.
You were my best friend, didn't care about the rules.
Today's video is an Amazon teething toy haul. I've been using Amazon a ton lately, so I figured why not share with you what I get on Amazon, because honestly it's getting kind of ridiculous. Carter started teething a couple weeks ago when he turned 3 months old. I can't believe he's gotten so old already. That's not even really that old. He was born like yesterday. But ever since he started teething, it has just gotten worse. He is chewing on everything, crying, screaming, and even has fevers from time to time, which is normal with a teething baby. So I quickly went on Amazon and looked for some teething toys. I wanted some that were for his beginner stages of teething, but also some that he could grow into and had more than one use. So here is the first thing that I bought. These are soft building blocks and they come in 12 colors. There are 9 fruits, 12 animals, 12 shapes, numbers from 0 to 9, and symbols plus, minus, and equals to. And they also make a sound when you squeeze them. It does say that they are specifically for 6 months, but I find that these are actually really awesome for Carter. He is a little bit of a more advanced baby, so something like this is perfect. Let me open these guys up for you. And we have the blocks inside, and they're really pretty colors. As you can see, they have shapes on them, and then if you pull one out, it actually has another shape on the bottom. So this one has a circle. I'd find the circle here, and it actually attaches. They are a little bit hard to attach just because of the silicone. You can stack them any way you want. And like I said, there is fruit on them. This one has cherries. This one has bananas. There's numbers. And they also have some texture on them. Carter isn't exactly going to be stacking these right now. That is something that's going to come later in his progression of life. But he is going to be touching the soft silicone. He can grab onto these sides, and he can also chew on the sides as well. These are a super soft, easy to hold on to item for a baby, especially a teething baby, so he can chew on it any way he wants. And if he grabs onto it correctly or just so happens to squeeze it, it does make a noise. It isn't a loud noise, and that's okay because we don't want to scare the baby. Let me just show you a couple of the other colors. We have the yellow block here, and this one has, I believe, pears. It has the number 2 and this guy. I forgot to show you the animals on the other one, but this one has a cow on it. At least I think that's a cow. And if I pick up this one right here, this is a pink one that says 1. It has a mouse on it, some circles, and an apple. Super excited for these guys. Actually, let me check how much these cost for you, because I'm pretty sure they were like $12. So if I go on to Amazon. Alright, so these baby blocks, I paid $20 for them. So it was $19.99, if you can see that, for these blocks. Which honestly is a really good deal because it's a nice soft silicone. He can teeth on it right now. He can touch it, he can feel it, the different kind of textures. And then later in life, we can talk about the animals, the numbers, what kind of fruit is on the block, and then he can even connect them and build things with them. So I thought this was an amazing multi-use item that I definitely recommend you purchase. This next thing I got because it would be a good learning tool for grabbing for Carter, especially because we had a nubby round ball that had like little silicone sides, and I'd take it and wrap it around his hand and he'd just hold onto it and he'd chew on it. So this seemed like it would be a really nice fit to that. It is called a Noob. I don't know how to say that. But it is a little crab guy, and what you do is you stick their hand through here and they're supposed to hold on to this. Although this is super convenient, you can just stick it on their hand and walk away, there are a couple cons to this item. So he only started grabbing things a couple weeks ago, so it is a little bit harder for him to grab this inner part. And there isn't much space between here for him to get his fingers around it. Another thing is, when I purchased this, it looked like it was going to be so much better quality, but it's not that awesome. When he does have teeth, he's definitely going to be ripping through this thin silicone, but for now I think this is pretty amazing for him to develop his motor skills. It's also very soft and it has textures on them so that he can have something on his gums that feels nice and soothing. This one is just not going to be long term. I'm pretty disappointed in it, especially because it cost $15 for this one item, whereas those blocks, you get 12 blocks and they are multi-use for about $20. Which brings me to my next item that is probably one of my favorites. This item actually only cost $5 and it's a pack of 5, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. No? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a pack of 4. These are teething toys and it came with this little container to hold them in. Also, disclaimer, I do wash everything that we receive online. Even if it's in packaging, it gets washed thoroughly. The first one is a giraffe, and we ended up naming this guy Gerald just because it's for fun. And he is very sturdy and very movable. It's really easy for Carter to grab onto him. He has a nice tail for chewing on, and he has some texture to his body so that he can feel around the giraffe. Every part of this giraffe was really made for chewing on. There is something all around. Although his mouth and head might be a little bit harder to chew on, his ears are awesome for Carter to chew on. Did I mention this whole thing was only like $5? So the next thing is this strawberry, and I thought the bottom would be a suction cup bottom. However, it is not. I think it's just another nice element for Carter to chew on. It has some texture down there. The strawberry on top has some texture on it for his gums. And it's a good shape to get into his little mouth. The next one's kind of the same, and this is an orange. It has some texture on there and then some texture on the bottom, and it's easy for Carter to grip at the stem. This one I think will be a later stage one because of how wide this is. It's not as easy for Carter to get this in his mouth. You might have seen this one in other places, but it's a little toothbrush banana, and it's supposed to be really easy for them to hold onto, and it has like those bristles on the top to scrub against his gums. Not only is this a good toy for him to learn motor skills, for him to teeth on, but it also teaches them how to use a toothbrush, and the bristles on the top right here clean his gums so that they don't stink like rotten milk. At the moment, however, Carter does not enjoy this bristly top. He makes a disgusting face every time he puts it in his mouth. So this will definitely be a toy that he will use later on in the stages. And this one actually does have a little suction cup bottom, so you could suction cup that to the tub, to the side of the crib. And this next one here, I bought this because I thought Carter would like it, but he doesn't. I think this really was made for an older baby. This is a nubby. I'm trying to get it open right now. This container's kind of weird. Or I'm just crazy. Probably both. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Okay, we did it. Guy is kind of like the banana toothbrush. However, it is quite large. Actually, I think this might even be too big for my mouth. But as you can see right here, it has those texture things on it that Carter does not like. Not only is it too big for his mouth, but he doesn't like the texture. I tried to put it in his mouth sideways, but again, he made that really disgusting face, like it was just the worst thing in the world. And it doesn't seem to be something that's easy for him to hold on to quite yet. However, in the future, I think this will be an amazing toy for him to chew on, to clean his gums, and just feel better. Those are all the teething toys that I got off of Amazon. Of course, I'm going to link them all down below. If you thought any of these teething toys were cool, or you think you may purchase it yourself, go ahead and give this video a like. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
On the weekends, I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space.